Extremely long-lasting fragrances for the fall that you can wear, including Hugo Boss, Montao, Tom Ford, and many others. Let's gonna start out with Hugo Boss the scent Absolute. It has 3 ingredients in it: ginger, vetiver, and something called maninka fruit. What is maninka fruit? Well, in some countries they chew on this maninka fruit, and it's said to be an aphrodisiac. Basically, in the fall, you want to wear a sweet and spicy fragrance. Anything goes. You can wear it fresh, you can wear sweet, you can wear spicy. Some of the fragrances on this list are really heavy duty hitters, and this one's very pleasant to wear to the office for every day. It doesn't piss anyone off or anything. It's called Hugo Boss the scent Absolute. The next one is very sweet and slightly spicy. It's called Montao Sensual Instinct. This fragrance starts off with some praline. Praline is like a caramel candy. It also has some moss in it, and it has a coffee in it. The coffee is placed in the background, very rough, roasted, light coffee alongside the cedarwood. So when it dries down, you're left with the cedarwood moss, delicious sweet scent. Some people, it lasts eternally. Some people's skin, like female skin, it lasts a little bit less, like 8 or 10 hours. Average lasting power in this is 12 hours. The scent trail is enormous, and at first spray it just smells sexy, yummy, yummy. The next one is called Jean-Paul Gaultier Le Male Le Parfum, with a special iris note, some lavender and vanilla. It's ultra grown-up, mature version of the regular Jean-Paul Le Male. I highly recommend it. The longevity and the projection is out of this world. Very sexy fragrance called Jean-Paul Gaultier. As this list continues, I have some more Egyptian fragrances. I have some heavy hitters from Tom Ford, and at the end of the video, I have one, what we call in my life, a guilty pleasure, but it's so good and so well worth it. And I'm gonna show you a similar scent, cheaper to it, coming up to the end. But next, we have this one. It's called His Highness Green. It's by Afnan. This one simply smells with the exact same notes as something called Creed Royal Oud. If you dare to spray this twice, people off 8 hours later even. It's that strong. This is like the spiciest, strongest. Someone called it polo green on steroids. It could be like something polo green, Arabic style, but it's very potent, very loud, and very strong. I dare you to wear this to the gym. Are you working out today? Comment down below. Worn this Montao Black Out. This one has oud wood and deep black dark notes. You would imagine going to a wedding, like a big wedding party after the wedding, and there's 1,000 people there. You will stand out if you wore 7 sprays of this, and if you just spray one, that's going to be enough for 14 hours. It is kind of chemically at first. It's like gasoline strength. Like if you were to, this fragrance is so strong and darks. Wherever you go, you're going to get noticed. This 2022 release by Tom Ford, Noir Extreme. It's a lot more wearable than the original. This is the Parfum version. Sorry for the fingerprints. It comes out like this. It starts out with some nice fruit notes. It's very wearable. It's a skin scent rather than a projection scent. And its skin scent lasts 14, 15 hours on my skin. Easily the first hour it projects nicely. And it's so beautifully well blended. It's a masterpiece composition. You have the same notes as Tom Ford, but a little bit less aggressive than the Noir Extreme. You see the gold bottle. Delicious fragrance. If you were to think about different citruses and fruits, and especially a focus on a pineapple note, throwing them in a pan and grilling them outdoors, and you'll smell that citrus smoked flavor with a touch of sweetness in the middle, you'll have this. It's very much compliment getting, very much it goes in the direction of something called Creed Aventus. It's a lot cheaper and a lot stronger and lasts a lot longer. Here's one for men or women. A lot of websites that sell this market it for women, but I can tell you with experience, this is a fire fragrance only if you like gourmands. This is the same thing as Bond number 9, I Love New York Black. You have your cacao notes, chocolatey, vanillas, and patchouli, and it projects for, you can smell yourself. There's no insomnia with this. You can smell yourself for 12 hours without a problem. I would say this lasts 24 hours. It's called Bond Street, new Bond Street. It came out in 2018, and it's a highly recommended fragrance for those of you who want a gourmand. Gourmand means dessert-like fragrance. Your Sauvage Elixir. It's a beautiful rendition of Sauvage, much more deep, rich licorice notes and other spicy notes that last, and it's fun to wear, and it confuses you because you think it's gasoline at all at the same time, but then it calms down. Gorgeous. It's so well blended, and the little bottle is expensive, but I totally recommend it if you can find it. Here's one I found for $8 at fragrancex.com. Bendy came out in 2012, a leathery pink pepper spicy fragrance. It smells with citrus, and the leather is like a suede, calms down. If you were a fragrance enthusiast, you would consider this a masterpiece. If you see full-size bottles of this anywhere, grab it. If you see even little travel sprays of this authentic, grab it. The next fragrance I'm going to show you is going to piss you off, and I want to hear those emotions in the comments. Please do tell me why, besides the price, this next fragrance I'm going to show you pisses you off. Watch to the end because I'm going to show you my fragrance that's my guilty pleasure. And it shouldn't piss you off, but it might. But I'm going to show you a similar scent cheaper so it doesn't piss you off. This fragrance is called, and this fragrance is so expensive. I'll give you a tip on how to get this cheaper. And at the end of this video coming right up, we're going to show you some other fantastic designer fragrances that ladies just die for. This one is bitter almond, leather, and vanilla, drying down, kind of powdery, kind of sweet. It's ultra sexy. F-boy fragrance. People detest this because of the wild name on here and the outrageous price. But I can tell you one thing. If you can find a deodorant spray, it's always like 80 or 90% of the time, it's the exact same juice that's in there. Maybe a little bit lightened down. So those deodorant sprays are like $80, but hey, that's the best way to find this cheaper. And this is my guilty pleasure. If you find a Philip Plein fragrances, the box itself looks like this. The bottle weighs like, no joke, 4 pounds, 3 pounds at least. It's the coolest bottle. These past two fragrances are truly confidence boosters. So if you wear them, it does exude feelings out of you, especially this one, because I'm not familiar with Philip Plein. If you are wearing Philip Plein clothing, comment down below where you're from. I want to know who buys these clothes. I've seen their t-shirts, $100. They're kind of cool. It has a signature on it. Like, I don't know who Philip Plein is, so I don't think I would wear that. But the smell of this fragrance is made by Alberto Morillas. Of course, he made Acqua di Gio Profondo and Profumo and Jeremy's fragrance. This is just, think of this. This has got bourbon, vanilla. It screams sex appeal, and it lasts all day long, and the bottle's cool. And if you want to smell like this cheaper, find the one called Philip Plein No Limits. It's just not as strong or long lasting. I've been told it's the exact same smell. And now, for the 10th bonus, I've got 10 fragrances that women love, but you gotta click right here to get to them.